is it weird to be attracted to cartoons? Like, I don't know a man that didn't see Jessica Rabbit and go, wow. Wow. Like, I'm sorry, it may sound really weird to some of you guys, but it's just true. I mean, she was really attractive and drawn in an attractive way. And last night, my wife and I were watching Netflix, and we saw in the anime section that there's an anime called Sakurai. And I know about it because it's basically one of those harem animes where the women have really big features up here. And so we looked at it because I wanted her to see what it was. And she was like, why are their breasts so big? Why did they draw them like that? And I look at her and I go, because men are attracted to that. And she goes, but it's a cartoon. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, isn't that kind of pathetic that, you know, that they would look at that instead of a real woman? And I'm like, I don't know, it's a cartoon. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just how things are. I mean, ever since I watched anime, that's kind of how it's always been. I mean, even if you read comic books, they've always drawn the women like that. And I'm sure they're doing it for some reason, and I'm sure part of it is because they know that the people that read or enjoy those properties like to look at that. I mean, the Sakurai anime is honestly more of a fan service anime, so it's all about that. And I had to explain to her what fan service was, and then she got grossed out, and I had to explain to her that all nerds aren't like that. And yeah, that was a fun time. And I had to actually kind of like stand up for nerdom and say that, you know, I mean, it's not that weird, and I've been attracted to cartoons in my past, and I don't think that it necessarily makes you like desperate or anything, because I mean, I can still get women, you know, I can still go out and be like, hey girl, what's up? And she'd be like, what's up, boy? And I would get the number because I am a good person and a nice person, and just because I find like a cartoon character attractive doesn't make me a freak. I mean, honestly, the most attractive cartoon character I can think of right now that you may not even know of is the female voiced by Rosie Perez in the movie Road to El Dorado. I don't know why, but it just was like, wow, she's a good-looking, non-real human female. And I mean, there are various anime characters, and I admit that like even at one point I had a crush on Velma from Scooby-Doo. But I mean, what nerdy young boy didn't? I'll say too, I've like seen Adventure Time, and there's a time when they did the gender swap episode where they had Fiona and Cake. And if you look at Fiona, like, I don't know how old she's supposed to be in this show, but she is somewhat of an attractive female. In the same sense that even girls have their characters, like Marshall Lee, who is the inverse version of Marceline on that show. He is an attractive male, and women, if you look on Tumblr, are drawing like, you know, fanfics and stuff, and that's the thing too. Like, people are like drawing these fanfics and these like romanticized versions of these characters, so it says that it must be a universal thing, and it must just be something in our brains that says, okay, we know that this isn't real, but there are features that are attractive about these characters that can be translated into real life. And I just don't think it makes you weird. But I want to know, do you think it's weird to be attracted to a cartoon character? Because this is something that my wife and I pretty much got into a pretty spirited debate on, and I kind of got mad because I felt like she was calling me a freak and said I was desperate, and I wasn't. It's just the fact that I don't think it's weird.